Another huge franchise you were part of is Call of Duty, of course.
Oh
Sammy
yes.
Stuhlinger, what
Yeah,
a
yeah.
character! Another character that's made up my childhood. I remember playing the game, and I was just like, I think you're my favorite of the Victis crew.
Ah,
Is Stuhlinger? I love your voice and how you make him sound like really angsty and really
well,
all over the place.
well,
I love it.
he's in over his head. I always saw him as somebody, even though he worked for the CIA and he's been through all kinds of missions, that everybody around him who knows him is like, how is this guy still alive? You know, he's just fraught with anxiety constantly. He does not keep a cool head. He's just always on edge, but has a will to live. You know, that seems to get him through the tough times.
And a little bit of zombie flesh on the side. Just a
Oh,
little,
oh
just
yeah.
a little.
Well, it might be human flesh. You know,
Yes.
who knows? You know, you never know.
What an interesting thing they did with that character. You know, Stuhlinger is this character that you know is a part of this bigger crew called the Victis crew, and just adds a lot of dynamic to the group. Back up a little bit. How did you find out that you booked the role of Stuhlinger? Were you sitting in your room? Did they call you? Email? Text? The occasional bird mail?
I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly where I was. I do remember auditioning for it, and much as I described how I always saw him, that's kind of how I played him out of the gate. I remember it was 2 or 3 days of work consecutively, and it really wiped me out. And they learned from there. It's like, yeah, let's maybe make it every other day. So when I was so pleased with how it, and everybody else was, with how it came out. And then so in another iteration of the game, he's back. And then this was it the most recent one, or the one just prior to it, with
Black Ops 4.
Yeah, the ghost version on the phone and what have you, where I'm in Richtofen's head.
For Stuhlinger, did you ever watch the trailer for the game?
I don't know.
We're about to pull it up. Hold on.
Oh, heck. Very
So,
good.
you see it?
Yeah.
All right, about to play it in 3, 2, 1. Do you remember any of this?
Oh, I do.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, maybe I just remember the scene with the bus, but that might have been a cinematic for the game.
yeah, that's
And Nolan is the bus driver.
the bus driver. Yo, when I found that out, I freaked out. I was like, "What? That's so cool." Nolan's done a lot of Call of Duty characters. He's also Victis in the Alcatraz map and stuff. There he goes.
Oh, there I am.
That's yo. It's so cool to see it. This is so cool. I remember when I was looking up this trailer and I just felt so nostalgic. It's insane. This song too, I love this song. Avenged Sevenfold is my favorite metal band of like all time. That part right there used to make me mad because you'd have to like kill like these demon dog things.
Oh yeah,
so hard. But it's crazy to see how the reaction to the Victis crew has changed. I remember when this is about to end, but I remember the initial reaction to Victis crew. It was interesting.
Were people not into it?
Hold on, yo. So I remember.
You gotta get the blood spatter.
Right, yeah, they do that for all the trailers at the Zombie Zone. They're like Call of Duty, zombies, and then the blood and the zombie comes up. But I remember the initial reaction of Victis crew because we were so tuned into Primus crew because that was Rick Toffin, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belensky,
Right.
and Takio, you know, Tom Kane, Fred, Steve, and Nolan. And we were so
Yeah.
used to hearing them. And then we came to the Victis crew. And I remember little old Josh was like, I hate Victis crew. I hate all of them. Bring them back to originals. But, you know, as I've gotten older and come to appreciate the different cast that has come along. Of course, in Black Ops 2, you guys weren't the only crew. Then there was the Black Ops Alcatraz map, and that was a completely different crew than your guys'. So I've come to appreciate, and especially Stuhlinger as a character, his role in there. And I just, I love Victis crew, and I was so happy. I was like, wait, what are they looking at for Black Ops 4, the trailer, when they were looking into the frozen tubes? I remember playing the game. I was like, oh, no way, they didn't just do this. And I just saw you guys in those tubes, and I was like, yo. So excited to see you guys come back. And I really do hope that, you know, as we're getting more track zombie stuff, and I'm hearing in interviews that they're Craig Houston, and I forgot who else it was, but they're continuing to work with Treyarch to make the zombies storyline bigger and bigger. Right. I really do hope they can find a way to bring you guys back.
Oh, it'd be so much fun. I mean, it's so much fun to do. So, yeah, and that's an opportunity again where I just got to riff and and it's so much fun to have an audience. There'd be like a director and a writer or two in there, and I know I'd hit a nerve. I don't hear it, but I could see them just cracking up in the other room through the window, you know, because, you know, the screen would be here and they'd be over on one side here. And I could look over and like, oh, yeah, okay, I got them. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess that's a keeper. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and Stuhlinger has such iconic lines in the game and just throughout the maps, because how many maps are there? So it's Transit, Die Rise, Buried. Am I missing one? No, I think you guys were just in those three ones.
I think it's 3, yeah.
Yeah, it was just those 3. Yeah, Transit, Die Rise, and Buried. Love Buried. I think that one is so cool. You guys are just falling down into like this Western underground town, and then that's when they introduce all these cool weapons like the Ray Gun Mark II and this Western-looking pistol.
Give me a good one.
Yeah, going to the mystery box. Yeah.
I guess this will work. Yeah. He's hard to please, is old Sam.
Yes, I just love the little clips where they're like, "Hey, you know, we're running out of ammo, player. Do this or da 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 da. I need ammo or something like that." And I just love the funny little takes that we get, or like when Dempsey's breaking the fourth wall and is like, "Hey, why don't you just drop the chips and give me some ammo because the gun is about to run out." Like, I love stuff like that. So much fun.
Yeah, the writing was really fun.
Oh yes, the writing is really cool, and it's really crazy to see how like Call of Duty Zombies as a franchise has evolved. Because like I'm saying, you know, like I said, Craig Houston is still writing away and making new stuff, preparing for the new Call of Duty to come out, and just continuing to build on top of this, and how there are different crews, and then there's different dimensions, and there's a whole
infinite. Yeah.
It really is, and there's just so much that goes into it. I'm really, like I said, so excited because I think Zombies, personally, for me, is like my favorite side mode in like video game history, period. Because there's just like so much lore to it, and it's so much fun, and especially playing with friends. Yo, I remember playing with my cousin, and we used to do dual screen, and we'd get mad at each other because I let him die so I could go get a gun and not die, and he'd lose all of his weapons.
Yeah, that's great.
Good times, man. Love the Zombies franchise. What do you like about what Stuhlinger adds to the crew? There's so many different personalities, so many different people.
Well, he's the live wire, you know, unpredictable. And always full of energy, you know, whatever he's into is going to be, there's going to be some panic involved. So, and he's funny. He's a goof, you know, and he's super insecure. Yeah. He sees himself as a good guy, but he's never quite sure enough of him. He's never that sure of himself.
Right. I'm so excited. I love that character. And when I found out, I got to ask you this. Were you shocked when you found out like he was hearing Rick Toffin in his head and that he was like eating flesh? Like, what was it?
Well, yeah, that was an eye opener. Yeah. It's one of those things where I don't get the script ahead of time quite often. And it's just as we're reading in the studio, and it's like, what the hell's going? The director will describe like, okay, so as it turns out, you may or may not be a cannibal. So I was like, really? Okay, wow. I might want to go back and address a couple of lines a little differently, but yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. Yeah. So
And of course you did. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's just that much more to play with. It's so much fun.
It is, and I really love what they did in Black Ops 4, where it's like flipped. Now Stuhlinger is in Rick Toffin's head in that Alcatraz map, and we see him say all those funny lines like "what a kick in the dick" and
that was an ad lib. That was when I thought like, well, it seems to make sense. And that's where they really were cracking up in the other room. And I said, "Are we going to be able to keep that?" It's like, "Oh hell yes, we're going to keep that." So it's like, yeah,
that is awesome.